been starting to notice a kind of troubling pattern recently, and the fact is that loneliness is skyrocketing, not just amongst older people, but also young people too. And it got me wondering about the different factors that might have been involved to cause this kind of thing. And one of them was that we may be becoming too lazy and entitled to not only maintain friendships, relationships, whether that's with a spouse, partner, or even family. And I'm not going to blame technology or society, which, might be part of the truth as well. But I kind of also want to talk about how maybe we are also the problem as well. Some accountability talks, because loneliness I think it's doubled in the past decade. And a lot of young people are feeling lonelier than elderly people. And everyone knows how lonely elderly people are in them care homes, man. That is rough. But even though we're way more connected than ever, at least on a technological level, meaningful connections are starting to decline a lot. So how can we still feel disconnected when we're always going to be surrounded by people, whether that's online or offline? And I think one of the reasons is because friendships are going to, or at least have been, starting to become incredibly one-sided. People want all of the benefits of having deep connections without putting any work or effort. People expect friendships just to happen naturally. And they can, but not in every case, man. And alongside that, there may be some really low effort communication going on. Maybe it's a like or surface level texting rather than real conversations. Maybe there's plans but cancelling last minute because you just want to sit at home. And then you've also got how everyone is literally like dopamine junkies, where they want to be instantly gratified. So rather than making a friendship, relationship, or whatever it is work, people are just going to move on to whatever satisfies their senses in that current time. And then you have the they should reach out first mentality. Now this mentality is really, really toxic, because you're waiting for other people to initiate rather than taking action. And if everyone's going to start thinking out like this, we're not going to get anything done. And yeah, maybe, you used to reach out a lot or things like that, and people don't get back to you, but that's more of a reflection of them rather than you. And maybe you even set this expectation that you're the person to reach out first. Sure, there's issues with that, but it's better than not. It's better than, I guess, ruining friendships. And let me expand a little bit more on the idea of instant gratification. Because when you're in a routine of, let's say the average screen time is 2-3 hours a day on social media, for example, let alone the rest of the apps on your phone, it's gonna make real world interactions feel so boring, man. Like, because your attention span is gonna get shortened over time, deep conversations are gonna feel quite uncomfortable, and you might be just thinking about skibbity toilet or some kind of brain rot that is just in your head, constantly being replayed. And it's, like I said, it's kind of dangerous because we're choosing digital stimulation over human connection. And it's like, even when we're together, we're often mentally elsewhere. Phones, distractions, life stuff. It's never really present. And then we got the economy. God damn. Everything costs way more. Everything has a price tag with it. Going out, any kind of activity, whatever it is. And then you've got like work schedules where they're completely more demanding and unpredictable. And I'm probably going to make a video about jobs soon, because some of them are really, really setting unrealistic standards compared to the pay, which is very strange and unjust. But given all of these problems that we might have at the moment, or maybe they've always existed, here's the thing. True friendships have always required effort. And it shouldn't feel like you should be putting in effort. It really should be natural. So maybe you got to start asking questions about why it feels like a chore. Maybe they're not right for you. The difference is though, we still need to get more creative in terms of how we invest that effort. One way I found this to be the case is to focus on a few deep friendships rather than many surface level ones. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, I want to be friends with everyone. But life doesn't work that way. Not everyone is on the same playing field or same level of thinking. right? And that's totally okay. We're all having different perspectives, and we're all here to unite together, to share those perspectives, and to start growing. Don't be mean to people. So, remember this, right? Friendship isn't just directly entertainment. It's sharing a perspective with another person, and in a sense, it's an investment in another person. And so maintaining friendships and relationships is going to be like a skill that requires practice. Even better if you practice with the other individual or group more. And this is what creates long-lasting bonds, alright? And look, I'm not saying everyone who's lonely is lazy. Mental health is real, circumstances are tough, and some people are genuinely struggling. But for a lot of us, we've got to start looking in the mirror and start saying, am I really putting in enough effort in some of the things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis? And is one of them with my friends? Am I expecting too much whilst giving too little? So, if that's you, don't let laziness and entitlement rob you of one of life's greatest gifts. So let me know in the comments. Do you think this is one of the main reasons loneliness is growing? Or is it just one factor among many? Thanks for watching, and remember, peace and blessings be to you all.